Hey everyone, Tony Walsh here. Welcome back to Walsh Farms. Today is going to be a Shedwars 21 video, and it's actually going to be a Gladiator 4 challenge, grow from the store. So let's go into my local grocery store and see how this challenge is going to play out. Okay, I'm back from the grocery store for the Shedwars 21 Gladiator number 4 grow from the store Gladiator challenge. You can see I've been to my local grocery store and I bought a tomato and an orange bell pepper. And the reason I bought these is, you see in the garden I've got beefsteak tomatoes, I've got Roma tomatoes, and I've got 2 or 3 different kinds of cherry tomatoes. But this one from the store, all the sign said vine ripe tomato. So I haven't Googled it. I don't know if that's an actual tomato variety or if they just saying vine ripe tomato. I have no clue. So this one, because I don't know, will be somewhat of a challenge for me. And you saw in the garden we had red bell pepper, green, and got a couple of yellows, but we had no orange. So I wanted to go ahead and get an orange bell pepper. That way we would have some growing for us. So if you're not familiar with what this challenge is, I'm not going to go through all the rules and all that. I'll put a link up here in the corner to John at Will It Grow. He's the one that issued the challenge and set forth the rules. So I'm planting a tomato and a bell pepper. And here's my receipt. I'll scan it in and show it to you. Paid $2 for the bell pepper, 63 cents for the tomato. And that's why you need to garden, $2 for that. And as much as we eat peppers, it can break you. So grow your own food. But $2.74 for this bell pepper and tomato. Now, I'm trying a different seed starting mix instead of just going out of the bag and all that. I'm using a recipe that was made by another YouTuber, a great smart guy. His name's Johnny. And no, it's not John from Will It Grow. Why John from Will It Grow is somewhat smart, this guy here to me is one of the ultimate gurus, and that is Chicken Johnny. So a while back he had a video on how he made his own seed starter mix. So I'm going to try his recipe, and I'll leave a link to his video right there for you to watch. So I went ahead and pre-mixed everything. You didn't need to see that because I want you to go watch Chicken Johnny's video. So I've got my 2 containers here, and I'm going to move the camera to where you can see how I'm going to plant these. Okay, and I hope you can see this. And let's remember the idea of this whole Gladiator challenge is to grow from the grocery store, so you don't have time to dry seeds and stuff like that. The challenge is to grow directly from the store. So we all know that when you cut a tomato open, it is full of seeds. See if I can get this cut open without doing harm to myself. Need to throw one of them disclaimers up there. So you can actually see this tomato does not have a lot of seeds in it, so that's going to be a challenge in itself. I hope you see that. So the idea is I'm just going to scrape these seeds out into the pot, and let's see what happens. See if they'll grow like that. Oh, there's more tomato seeds all the way down here towards the bottom. And I'm spreading them around in the pot a little bit, so that way there'll be a little bit of space for them to grow. Of course, and then the challenge is once they start coming up, we're just going to pick 2. Okay, let me cut this in quarters to see if I can get any more seeds out of it. Yep, a few more seeds here. Like I say, normally these seeds aren't being dried, so Got to get every seed you can get because you don't know what's going to grow, what's not going to grow. And this seed starter mix is wet. I did wet it down. Okay, let me quarter this one. Yeah, we're going to end up with a pretty good bit of seeds out of here. And this is just another way to show self-sustaining, or being self-sustainable. If you have tomatoes at the house and they're getting a little bit too ripe and you don't want to throw them out, go fish the seeds out. So let me see if you can see these seeds here. See, that's a pretty good bit of seeds in there. So let me cover them up. So because my seed starter mix is a little bit damp, and because the tomato seeds had that moisture that's in them, there's no need to wet the top of that. So here now we got the pepper plant. Take the sticker off of it. This expensive $2 pepper plant. Now I don't eat straight peppers. I like them in spaghetti sauce. I like them cooked in something else, but I don't care for peppers just eating them raw. So I'm going to flake off what I can get right here. You can see that heart right there. I'm just going to throw the whole thing in there. Let's just see what happens. I started to use some jalapenos, but we got plenty of those in the garden. Flicking seeds all over the place. So again, I just went with the orange bell pepper because that is something we did not have. Again, there's so many attached to this heart right here, I'm just going to cut the heart of it out and just drop it in there too. Again, this is just all a challenge and experiment just to see what will happen. If you don't know what shit, and I know I have a lot of YouTube friends that are farmers, hunters, fishermen, trappers, food channels. Look at all the seeds on that. I'm just going to drop it right in there and we'll see what happens with that. You know that, yes, I've got a lot of garden videos out right now because it's time to get stuff in the garden. John and them are working on some equipment. We've started tillage, but had to change some bearings out, and I hope to someday get over there and get those videos soon to have some farming videos up. But right now it's just going to be gardening for the most part. But I know when we get into planting, I'll definitely get some planting videos. So you can see numerous pepper seeds in there, or I hope you can, in there. So let me just cover these up. Just putting about a ½ inch, maybe a little bit more on top of all that. little bit more because that last heart was a little bit big. It's poking out. And I am going to put a little bit of water on the top of that. Instead of just pouring it on there direct, you can see how I'm breaking it up with my hand because I don't want to create a washout in there. Okay, so we have the pepper and the tomatoes. Let me get my marking stick. Okay, so you can see right here, I've got the tomato and the pepper. And here's the tip. You know, you get these little markers from the stores and all that, but something you can get for free is paint sticks. Every time you go to the hardware store, pick up a couple of paint sticks because they're big enough. If you've got big handwriting like me, you can make plenty of notes. You know, on the back I've got the date I did this, and then here I've got Gladiator 4 and then a tomato, and here the day's date and Gladiator 4 orange bell pepper. So a tip is just pick up some paint sticks every time you're at the hardware store. Most of the time they're free, and they're easier to read when you're going down your garden shooting your video for Shedwars or just any garden update or whatever. These are a lot easier to read than these little popsicle sticks. Paint sticks. Free and a whole lot longer. So that ends this Gladiator 4 challenge video for my entry. I'll bring you back when they pop up and we'll see how they look from there, and then I'll make the decision on which two I'm going to pick from each pot to transplant, and we'll follow through the journey. Until the next video, y'all take care. God bless. Don't forget to leave that thumbs up, push that subscribe button, ring that bell if you haven't done all that stuff. But y'all have a blessed week, and I pray that God continues to bless your life the way He has blessed me. Take care.